Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. A phenomenal new film is coming your way. It is called Nomadland, and I'm here with the person who is responsible for not only writing but directing as well, and that is Chloé Zhao. Chloe, I mean, obviously films sometimes take us to galaxies far, far away or to Middle Earth, but sometimes there's something right around the corner that we've turned our eye to, we don't want to see, and we get to examine it, and that is Nomadland. How interesting of a journey was that for you?
By the way, those two places you just mentioned are two of my favorite sets of movies. I am doing my Lord of the Rings rewatch this Christmas. It's good. I can't wait. It's a look. Sometimes what's right around us in our backyard is a place we didn't expect to see, that we didn't know even existed. I think that's what Nomadland was for a lot of the people on the team. You know, they didn't realize this part of America even existed. For me, I have traveled a lot in the middle of the country. I have traveled a lot on the road. I knew they existed, but I never truly experienced it the way we did making this film, actually going to places, getting close to people, and then leaving that transience, what it's like to exist on the road. It was a very formative experience for me.
Well, for what I understand, you actually were nomads making it. There was like a caravan of cars that would be the entire film company. I don't know, there was like 20 something people, and you would just move from location to location doing that. How creatively interesting was that?
It's we, by the way, we didn't always sleep in our vehicles because we're not crazy. The thing with being living in a vehicle is that you don't have to follow a schedule because things takes time, even using the bathroom, but making a film, you gotta be there on set. So we slept a lot in motels, and sometimes they're not as comfortable as being in a van. It was what it was is that a group of people that decided to just, there's a lot of planning that was done ahead to allow this way of making films. The planning was so thorough that we were able to pack up, go to a place and shoot, pack up, go to a place and shoot. And that's the props to the producing team.
I have to, obviously you get an actor like Frances McDormand and you know you're set. But what's fascinating is you populated the rest of your cast with actual people who live a nomadic life. Mm-hmm. How intriguing was that? How easily did they fit into your system?
Well, from the writing process, that we want to make sure. Obviously, we want to make sure it's easy when we get to set. Like we said earlier, we show up to a place, and a lot of times we don't have people are nomadic. They will come meet us. We have a few days together, and we're going to shoot a scene. So in the writing process, I met a lot of them, and they told me their stories, and I was able to create a character, Fern, that can naturally incorporate these other characters and their stories. So by the time we start shooting, they're really telling the story of a version of their lives that's just quite concise and can fit into Fern's emotional journey. So it got easy once we got to set.
What type of examination, I don't want to say indictment necessarily, are we making about the economic systems that certain countries have?
To me, I think everybody watched the movie and then they take away something based on their political point of view. And for me, a very personal one is how we treat our elders in this country. And I think this pandemic, if anything, has showed that they're seen as quite disposable by our government. And it's a shame because around the world, in more traditional cultures and still in many, many countries, that elders are considered the most important part of the society because they carry life lessons and wisdom with them that's supposed to pass down to the next generation. And I just think that that's something that needs to be in the conversation and about making sure that when the people of this country, when they work their whole lives and they serve the country, they serve the government, and they are taken care of when they get to the old age. And then if they just choose to hit the road in an RV, they're not doing that on like a couple $100 and barely surviving. It's just not right.
Well, you're going to start a whole trend. People are going to sleep in vans after this. Chloe, congratulations. The movie's Nomadland. You're going to be hearing a lot about it. This is Scott. Till next time.
Thank you.